Vice President Sara Duterte patuloy ang paglagapak ng ratings ayon sa latest Pulse Asia survey na ginawa noong November. Okay, balita po galing sa Rappler. Sara Duterte, Romualdez, biggest losers in November Pulse Asia survey. Vice President Sara Duterte continues to lose ground even in her bailiwicks, while Speaker Romualdez's numbers show only 1 in 5 people trust him. Vice President Sara Duterte and House Speaker Martin Romualdez both saw their trust and approval numbers tumble by double digits in the latest Pulse Asia survey conducted in November, made public on Saturday, December 21. The development came amid the intense quarrel between the country's second highest leader and the Romualdez-led House of Representatives, which has been investigating Duterte's alleged misuse of public funds. Why are the two the biggest losers? As for Duterte, her numbers continue to skid even in her bailiwicks. From 61% of Filipinos trusting Duterte in September, her score dipped to 49% in November. Duterte's trust rating was highest in her bailiwick Mindanao at 81%, but this actually is a drop of 9 percentage points from 90% in September. She also took a nosedive in Visayas from 74% to 47%. In Luzon and Metro Manila, she scored 37%, down from 47%, and 34%, down from 37% respectively. The Vice President's approval ratings also plunged to 50% in November from 60% in September. The Vice President had an approval score of 80% in Mindanao, also down from 93% in September. In the Visayas, she scored 51%, which is 20 percentage points lower than her ratings of 71% in September. In Luzon and Metro Manila, her scores tumbled to 40% from 46% and 34% from 36% respectively. So, kitang-kita po natin ang lalaki po ng percentage ng pagbaba ng ratings ni Sara Duterte. Kahit sa kanyang balwarte, hindi na po talaga maikakaila ang pagbaba ng popularidad, ng trust rating, ng performance rating ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Pero in fairness, hindi lang naman si Sara Duterte ang bumaba ang ratings. As for Romualdez, he continues to be the least trusted among the country's top 4 officials, and the numbers show there are more people who don't trust him than people who say otherwise. Only 21% or around 1 in 5 Filipinos said in November they trust him, down from 31% in September. His distrust rating is higher, at 35%, up from 25% 2 months prior. His numbers suffered the most in the Visayas, with distrust rating decreasing by 14 percentage points and distrust rating increasing by 24 percentage points. His approval rating was down by 7 percentage points, and his disapproval ratings rose by 8 percentage points. From 16% in September, 36% of respondents in the Visayas disapproved of his performance in November. The survey, conducted from November 26 to December 3, came against the backdrop of a high-profile congressional inquiry into Duterte's alleged mishandling of hundreds of millions of pesos in confidential funds for the office of the Vice President and the Department of Education when she was its agency secretary. Her exit from the Marcos cabinet in June marked the collapse of the once formidable Uniteam alliance that brought her and President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to victory in the 2022 elections. Before the survey was conducted on November 13, former President Rodrigo Duterte appeared before the House, which was probing the drug war killings during his administration. His daughter, the Vice President, made a surprise appearance to show her support for him, despite previously avoiding House probes into her alleged misuse of funds. On December 2, an impeachment case was filed by civil society groups against the Vice President. This was followed by a second impeachment draft on December 4 and a third on December 19. The Vice President has repeatedly claimed that the House was subjecting her to political persecution. Her most avid supporters pinned the blame on Speaker Romualdez. Pero kamusta naman kay Marcos at kay Escudero? Escudero had the most favorable survey results out of the four, with Pulse Asia noting that he is the only one who enjoys majority approval and trust scores at 53% and 51% respectively. Marcos's approval rating was at 50%, dropping by only 2 percentage points nationally. He lost 12 percentage points in Mindanao but gained 4 percentage points in Luzon. The President's trust rating was at 47% in November, down by 3 percentage points in September. So ayan, kahit na bumaba din ang ratings ni President Bongbong Marcos, napaka-minimal naman po ang pagbaba. Hindi po tulad nung kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Kumbaga by leaps and bounds. Saka, si President Bongbong Marcos, kahit na anong mangyari sa kanyang ratings, siya po ang presidente natin. At hindi naman na po siya tatakbo sa 2028. Ang nagiging contention na lang po ay between Vice President Sara Duterte and House Speaker Martin Romualdez na parehong bagsak ang ratings. Although matagal pa po ang 2028. Pero hanggang ngayon po, hindi pa naman nagsasabi si Speaker Romualdez na siya ay tatakbo bilang presidente. Ito lang naman pong si Sara Duterte ang nagsasabi na tatakbo daw si Romualdez sa 2028. At parang narinig ko na sinigurado na ng kampo ni Sara Duterte na hindi mananalo si Martin Romualdez. Well, kung hindi man manalo si Martin Romualdez kung siya ay tatakbo, hindi na rin naman po mananalo si Sara Duterte kung siya ang tatakbo sa 2028. At nakita nyo ba yung posting na kung sakaling hindi tatakbo si Sara Duterte sa 2028, tulad ng kung siya ay ma-impeach, ang ipapalit daw nila para tumakbo ay si Senator Robin Padilla. Talagang napakalakas ng loob nila na akala nila nanalo sila si Sara sa si Robin Padilla nang dahil lang sa mga supporters nila. Tandaan po nila, malaking porsyento po ng kanilang pagkapanalo ay galing sa Marcos loyalist. Pero sige, abangan po natin sa 2028. Kung di man makatakbo si Sara Duterte dahil malamang siya ay ma-impeach, si Robin Padilla kaya may pag-asang manalo? At kay Speaker Martin Romualdez, hindi pa rin po natin malaman. Dahil kung ako po ang tatanungin ngayon, malayo pa po ang 2028 Ako nakafocus ang aking paningin at ang aking atensyon kay President Bongbong Marcos. Na kahit na bumaba, tumaas o kung anong mangyayari sa kanyang trust and approval ratings, siya na po ang presidente natin. Hindi na po mababago yan. At kahit na anong gawin ng kalaban ng mga DDS ng kampo ni Sara Duterte, hindi po nila maaalis sa pwesto si President Bongbong Marcos. Dahil ilang beses na po sila nag-attempt. Hanggang ngayon, nag-a-attempt pa rin sila ng people power. Nagtatawag sila na lumabas ang masa, lumabas ang sambayan ng Pilipino. Pero iilan lang po ang sumasagot sa kanilang panawagan. Ibig sabihin, ayaw na po ng Pilipino sa gulo. Kung sino ang nakaupong presidente, ipakita natin ang ating suporta. Dahil wala pong mangyayari kung tayo ay magkakawatak-watak na yan ang gusto ng kampo ng mga Duterte. Pero hindi po sila magtatagumpay dahil majority po ng sambayan ng Pilipino is rallying behind our president and our government. Hindi man perpekto ang presidency ni Bongbong Marcos. Sinong presidente ba ang naging perpekto? Pero nakikita po natin ang pagpupursige, ang pagtatrabaho ni President Bongbong Marcos na iangat ang antas ng buhay ng bawat Pilipino. So, sa inilabas ng Pulse Asia, malamang marami na namang DDS ang hindi maniniwala sa balitang ito. Bahala na po kayo sa buhay ninyo. Kayo po, naniniwala ba kayo sa survey ng Pulse Asia?